made every mob into dinosaurs in Minecraft.
Please don't send hate towards this Kipper person. I know their videos are kind of cringe, Mr. Beastified and all that, but still, please, just respect them, alright? Don't try and send hate. It will get me terminated.
First, let's remake this wolf into the most powerful dinosaur of all, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let's start by turning this wolf head into a real T-Rex head and add on some really sharp teeth.
I apologize for being a bit nitpicky here, but I'm gonna try and find some design errors that this guy committed. I mean, this guy feels like he suffers from mainstream syndrome. No offense.
Then we need to raise it way up and transform his wolf body. And the T-Rex is always looking like it's leaning over with a really long tail on the end. Now take a wolf leg and change it into the tiny T-Rex front arms with the claws too.
A T-Rex is supposed to have 2 claws, so it would be appreciated if this guy actually took more effort to just make it 2 claws instead of 3, like shown right now. Also, there's a slight problem that I forgot to mention about.
Into the most powerful dinosaur of all, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Dude just forgot all those sauropods. Now those sauropods are crying in the corner because they are supposed to be the most powerful dinosaurs of all time.
And the other wolf legs, we could turn into the big back legs on the T-Rex. And he's definitely gonna need some eyes too. Let's see this big boy. Ooh, that mouth looks incredible.
Also, the T-Rex is just screaming in agony, as the wrists over here, they are pronated, it seems.
Those eyes also quite frightening, and the way he's leaning, if I stand right here, it looks like he might be ready to eat me.
Clearly, this video is designed for children with not a lot of attention span, like basically every other Mr. Beastified video. Just take a look at Brent Rivera, for example.
Good thing that so far he's just mainly keeping to himself, but of course a Tyrannosaurus Rex is not going to be doing really anything with those tiny little arms.
Please, respectfully, stop joking about the T-Rex's tiny arms. They still had some usage, like preventing other T-Rexes from biting them.
So of course he's gonna have to put that big mouth to good use. So I've given T-Rex the ability to bite mobs. Look at that, munched his whole brains out.
It's like this guy hasn't seen a T-Rex eating stuff before in Jurassic World Evolution. Or even Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, or even any Jurassic Park game, Jurassic World game, whatever.
Disgusting! And this is what happens when you go to Jurassic Park. They're going after every single husk that's nearby. Every single one getting wiped out.
Because this is a legit mosh pit of a bunch of Tyrannosaurus Rexes with pronated wrists.
We're gonna need some more dinosaurs to balance out this park, and I've got the perfect one in mind. We're gonna remake this fox into a velociraptor.
I'm sorry, but how would a velociraptor be able to balance out stuff? Like, quote-unquote, balance out the T-Rex? Something like a T-Rex, something as huge as a T-Rex. The raptor won't even dare to do anything against it. Even a pack of them. Which, in paleontology, there is no such thing as raptors hunting in packs.
Transforming this fox head similar to the T-Rex, but also much smaller. And a velociraptor has a far thinner neck than a T-Rex has.
Clearly, I bet this guy is going to try and make the scaly raptors from Jurassic Park / Jurassic World.
Then we'll use the fox body and fox tail here to finish this body off. Similar back legs to a T-Rex, but just not quite as beefy. And these toes stick out super wide, which probably helps this velociraptor be far more agile and quick. And some iconic texturing along the back of the neck.
Yeah, I guessed it correctly. It's just the JP3 raptors, JP raptors, whatever, with different patterns, I guess. But that's pretty much it. That's what it is. There's a scaly raptor.
And there we've got the velociraptor. Also some really sharp teeth, but the size difference seems way less intimidating. I mean, just look at this thing next to the massive Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Also, if you're even going for the Jurassic Park raptor, you really did a bad job at it because this raptor looks too thick for a Jurassic Park raptor.
This guy could be just as vicious. Look at him chase down a husk instantaneously. Watch this slash attack. Bang!
I'll cut this scene some slack because those husks, they won't attack unless, you know, it's you. or villagers because they're hostile mobs.
Another husk over there. Big jumping, leaping, slash attack. Bang! These guys are absolutely sweet. But I've got an even better idea. Let's remake our very own dinosaur by turning this Enderman into a kippersaurus.
Good lord, you're just making your own kippersaurus now? Just to get those kids excited? I'm sorry, but this is not a very good way. You know, why am I taking this video seriously? I mean, it's technically not a paleontology video, but at the same time, it's about dinosaurs. It's a dinosaur video on a children's video game, just a block game.
Grab the Enderman head and duplicate it into a longer head. Turn it to my favorite color, blue. I want to do something with this up here. Some sharp, mean orange eyes. Let's go for a thinner, long-shaped body with spikes all the way down the back with two major pokey ones. And this will turn into a super sweet hairstyle. Now he's got some sweet, scaly skin too. Oh, and of course, he needs some strong back legs as well, though. Look how righteous this guy looks.
Is it me, or does it look like way too much like a Gyarados, but lizardified version of Gyarados for Pokemon?
Absolutely intimidating. Also, look at his sweet blue color. He does look kind of mean, though, to be honest. Oh, where's he headed to? What are you doing? Oh, wait, hold on. Definitely not a good idea to be inside Jurassic Park.
Guys, this video is kind of brain rot to me because Jurassic Park just mentioned Jurassic Park out of nowhere.
Not when Kippersaurus is on the loose. Now, well, hold on there, Kipper. Let's not go over all the villagers. Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. Bye, buddy. I'm so sorry. Maybe this was a little bit of a bad idea. That's okay. No worries. I can fix my mistakes. There you go, velociraptor. There you go, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh my goodness gracious. Kippersaurus just jumped on top of him. Oh, no, Mr. T-Rex, Mr. Velociraptor, please, guys, you can survive this. Just take him down. You got him to almost half health already. I mean, seriously. Oh, no, don't bite him in the butt. That's gross.
This reminds me of the mob battles that I binge watched when I was a kid by popular remotes, you know, all of those crazy mobs from different mods like Ore Spawn, Twilight Forest, whatever. Just duke it out to see which mob is the strongest.
Oh no, the T-Rex goes down. Where's the Velociraptor? He's gone too. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all.
Just spawn another T-Rex and Raptor. The kippersaurus is already half dead. Just spawn a T-Rex and another raptor, and then everything will be okay.
That's alright, we can make some dinosaurs that can take down the Kippersaurus. We should turn this skeleton into a Dilophosaurus. First, we'll grab the skeleton head, and the Dilophosaurus head looks completely different than any other dinosaur. And it also has two big, colorful crests of bone that stick out. These skeleton bones can build the skeletal structure here too. Then add some flesh. Now the front legs and the back legs. The Dilophosaurus is also really similar in size to the Velociraptor.
This Dilophosaurus' head is very, very compact. It makes it look much more like an abalisaurid than a Dilophosaurus.
And we've got the Dilophosaurus. Look at those wings. I mean, they're not actually wings, but they sort of look like wings.
Are you talking about butterfly wings? Their shapes don't make them look like wings at all. They're just frills. They look like fans, not wings.
But the Dilophosaurus is definitely the cutest so far, just because of that. And we're gonna need him to fight my creation, so I've given him a unique ability. The Dilophosaurus will actually spit out poison, and they're gonna take constant damage until they get nuked.
Basically, it's just the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus all over again. Because, you know, it's supposed to be mainstream syndrome, guys. Dilophosaurus had frills. This is mainstream syndrome stuff.
Question is the range on this attack, because that husk is all the way over there, and this Dilophosaurus is not doing much over there. I would not recommend getting closer though, buddy, because if you get this close, then you are getting absolutely annihilated.
Can you just give those husks some slack? Sometimes Minecraft mobs can be this brainless and all that.
That is gonna be useful. It looks like a painful death, which is probably what we need to deal with the Kippersaurus. We'll make a Triceratops from this cow. Beef up these brains, because a Triceratops is juicy big. And he's got large horns pointing out the front of his head, with a large bony shield right behind it to make his head mega strong.
From what I remember, wasn't the Triceratops' horns just straight, those long horns, not the nose horn.
One of the chunkiest chunks of body yet. And the Triceratops also has sort of stubby legs, but all of them are super strong. Let's make his horns look just a little bit more authentic too. And we've got ourselves our Triceratops.
The head looks way, way off. This looks much more like a hippo than anything, even though its forelimbs are more sprawled out, which is correct.
And he does look authentic, especially his nostrils on the front. And this beefy boy still sounds like a beefy cow. It looks like the Triceratops actually likes to stick near the vegetables, because I think he's a vegivore.
The term vegivore is just making my brain just explode right now. My feelings are not exploding, my brain is just exploding. That is called an herbivore, but it's just a kid term for herbivore. Vegivore?
Is that what they call them? The veggie eaters? I just also need him to be vegiviscerous. And for that, we took this beefy head he always has, and we're gonna put it to good use. This Triceratops is gonna use that head to actually smack mobs that he wants to take down. He'll ram them with his beefy skull, charging up, runs towards him. Ooh, he actually missed, which was really unfortunate. That's not good at all. Maybe we'll give you another shot. Can you please make sure that you land this one? There it is. The charge, the run, the charge.
This behavior for the Triceratops isn't really accurate, because the Triceratops really needs something to actually provoke it for a Triceratops to trigger its defense mechanism to actually make it have a valid excuse to just charge at enemies, charge at anything that provokes it.
He looks like a jet engine taking off. I wonder what'll happen if we give him some wheat. Ooh, we can breed a Triceratops. We've got 2 Triceratops. There's the baby. Oh no, his head doesn't fit. Oh no, that looks kind of painful.
If the head comes off like that, the Triceratops would have been long, long dead. Sorry. This is just stupidly cruel, guys.
Okay, don't look at that, folks. Forget it ever happened. We're just gonna move on. Let's use this phantom to make a pterodactyl.
This is another mainstream syndrome term for the pteranodon, pterosaurs, or anything really. What should I expect from this video anyways? This video is clearly just a Mr. Beastified dinosaur Minecraft video made for kids.
We're gonna need this little head to make it a much longer, thinner head. And the main body we can use, but it just needs to be quite a bit bigger. This pterodactyl's gonna need a strong core to hold its wings. Grab these teeny little wings and bring on this massive wingspan. These look far more capable. This guy looks amazing. That wingspan is immense.
I'm really not sure if this is a good animation or not, because the pteranodon has to stick the landing, and it also has to fly and flap wings and then glide or whatever.
If this pterodactyl sees any sort of prey down below, like this husk right here, the pterodactyl will actually swoop down from the sky and grab this husk from the ground. He'll then fly him up into the air, hold him in his feet, and get ready. Bang! Drop him! But if we put loads of pterodactyls in the sky, we're gonna be able to see them swoop down one after the other, picking up all of the prey in the area. Oh, this one guy has a bunch! That was 3 that he was holding on to. I think this will be huge, because I don't think Kippersaurus is gonna be able to get to the skies to take him down.
That's if those pteranodons just continue flying around, because God knows Minecraft mobs, pteranodons are going to just swoop into the Kippersaurus, and then Kippersaurus just kills them, because the pteranodons are mindless, reckless Minecraft mobs in the end. Minecraft mob mentality, guys.
Let's be sure my creation doesn't destroy Minecraft, though. Let's remake the largest dinosaur, the Brachiosaurus.
For your information, the largest dinosaur is the Argentinosaurus, which had a mass of 84 tons. The Brachiosaurus was around 50. Slightly more than 50, actually, if I remember.
Using this mushroom, extend out this mushroom head quite a ways. The forehead top angles dull horn portion, and this head needs to be thousands of feet in the air, connected by one massive neck. And then we could use the mushroom body way down here. He's actually kind of a long boy. And turn these little mushroom legs into the trunks of the Brachiosaurus legs. We've got the Brachiosaurus, one of the biggest dinosaurs of all time.
One of the biggest dinosaurs of all time, which is acceptable. However, calling it the biggest dinosaur of all time, is just not good. That title belongs to the Argentinosaurus.
I've seen one of these things in a museum before. I mean, not the live dinosaur, but the bones of one, and they touch the ceiling. These guys are one of those vegivores too. Have some oak saplings, buddy.
Again, with the vegivore stuff, this is just completely insane already. I have absolutely no idea what is even happening in all of those videos. This is just attention span, attention grabbing, nothing else. No offense to this guy.
Ooh, maybe he doesn't want any oak sapling. Maybe he's not a vegivore. Well, anyways, we had to use that big body for something. So I figure the best thing to use it for is one massive ground slam that this Brachiosaurus can do and smash anything nearby.
It's understandable he cannot really do a stomp animation because, it's fairly hard to actually create an animation from scrap. So I can forgive this guy for that.
Even if two guys are underneath him, let's see what happens. Boom, both of them down. The vegivores always come out on top.
Quite literally when it comes to ankylosaurus and Triceratops against a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And Montosaurus is more so, but and Montosaurus is not a defenseless meat sack.
Or whatever they're called. Let's make sure these guys have more help. We're gonna use this chicken to remake a Compsognathus.
It is pronounced Compsognathus, or compass that likes
the same size chicken head, but we just need to make the beak longer and a longer skinny neck on this compy. Though these guys are small, these tiny little hands here can be absolutely vicious. Let's get those spikes all the way down the back. And they also have spikes on the backs of their front arms. Ooh.
Okay, so this is a little bit extra compared to the Jurassic Park Compy, because the Jurassic Park Compy is just purely a small thing with not much scaliness, not much design other than that.
And the Compy is in the world. And these things are super tiny. They were known to be under 1 meter tall. That means he's probably tinier than your waist. Even though these guys are super tiny though, one thing they would always do is group up together. And they are known to be vicious.
When it comes to Jurassic Park, yes, because they just mauled a person to death in one of those films.
Especially in big groups. Let's pull in these husks here and see what happens when these guys group up and take down the husk. They all instantly go after the first husk they see, quickly biting him, bite after bite after bite after bite. This husk over here is stuck under the tree, and these two little compies are going after him together, scratching him little bit at a time. There he goes. Ooh, that does not look like a pleasant way to go out. Not that there's a lot of pleasant ways to go out, but that, yikes, guys.
It's probably the most painful way to go out because, you have to endure getting mauled to death by all of those animals, by all of those compies, like 13 compies, 17 compies going after you, and then you're done.
Even their arms are still moving. They're eager for more. And being as tiny as they are, it might be hard for Kippersaurus to get a single bite off on one of those guys.
That doesn't apply that the compies could take care of the kippersaurus, which is a bazillion times bigger than all those compies combined.
But they're still sweet dinosaurs to be made. This pig is going to be perfect for an ankylosaurus. Take his already chunky head and make it even chunkier. His already chunky body and make it even chunkier. And the ankylosaurus has hard spikes that run down either side, as well as all the way across the top, with a tail club that it can literally use to whack anything. And these already chunky toes into super chunky dinosaur toes. Ooh, and eyes.
The ankylosaurus's osteoderms should look a bit more round. If they're very spiky like this, at least this is still more accurate than the Jurassic World Evolution ankylosaur osteoderms on the back.
And that looks like an authentic ankylosaurus. Look at the hard spikes all the way down the top of this dinosaur, as well as all the way along the side of the dinosaur. This guy is absolutely beefed up, armored like a medieval knight. And this tail back here that this ankylosaurus has can actually be used to whack almost anything that he wants.
One thing I forgot to mention, this ankylosaurus is supposed to be a bit more flat. Definitely not super flat, but like not super chunky like this. It's supposed to be chunky, but like it's not supposed to be super tall.
My guess is that this thing probably weighs like 5 tons. So if he decides to get angry at this husk like he is right now, oh boy, you're about to be batted like a baseball. Okay.
By the way, ankylosaurus is a bit bigger than 5 tons.
Ooh, it was a total spin around. This 360-degree spin will probably hit every single mob in the area. Ouchie. Good thing that this ankylosaurus and all of these compies are working together, because one of those tail spins would probably be the only thing that would be able to take out an entire group of these guys. Things are looking good so far, but my creation is pretty strong. Let's make a couple more dinosaurs. Let's remake this creeper into a pachycephalosaurus.
This is called a pachycephalosaurus, and I don't know if a creeper is a good base for the pachycephalosaurus, given that the creeper explodes.
Round out his head a little bit with little spikes that run outwardly around the head, and the multicolored texturing. Dupe this creeper body for another long body with a pair of little front legs and bigger back legs as typical, and the classic yellow eyes. Hello to the pachycephalosaurus.
The neck just makes Pachycephalosaurus look very much like a giraffe in comparison to other Pachycephalosaurs.
I hope I'm saying that right. We may just have to call you the cheesy dino. One of the more colorful dinosaurs so far, and one of the unique things about them is the horn structure they have along the side of their head. And that beefy head was actually used to smash things really hard. It was their sort of defense because they didn't have the same claws as some other dinosaurs had. So I guess they just resorted to headbutting things.
It's more the stuff, the environment, the other predators surrounding the Pachycephalosaurus, which made the Pachycephalosaurus need to have this defense mechanism to survive in the wild in the long term.
Guess we'll have to see for ourselves. Yeah, that looks like a charge. Oh, and boom, head-butted out of this universe. Actually, just head-butted him into a bunch of particles. But there's one more dinosaur we need before we take down this kippersaurus. Let's remake this piglin into an oviraptor.
By the way, how would an oviraptor and a Pachycephalosaurus deal with something as huge as this kippersaurus thingy over here? Man, these kids just don't know any better, I guess.
Make the face longer so it can fit the oviraptor's huge nose. Attach the weight of that nose to a sturdy neck, the typical dangerous dinosaur body, and those sleek front arms on the oviraptor that have a wing-like bone structure with quick back legs, because these guys like to steal eggs from other dinosaurs. We've got the oviraptor, one of the coolest looking dinosaurs I think so far. It's almost like these things were flying dinosaurs at once, and they maintained some of their wing structure on the side of their arms.
Fun fact, there are actually flying dinosaurs roaming around today. They are called birds. They are called avians. Avian dinosaurs. Birds. Whatever you want to call them. Just birds are dinosaurs.
And they also have super strong beaks because these dinosaurs were known to steal eggs from other dinosaurs. Quite a bold move if you ask me. You wouldn't catch me stealing anything from a T-Rex. But because they steal eggs, we've given them the ability to actually toss eggs. This oviraptor is gonna throw leftover eggs he's gathered from other dinosaurs. He's throwing them so fast though, it's kind of hard to see the actual eggs come out. Boom! Down goes a husk. Though given the fact that it's just an egg, it's sort of just shell and yolk. It doesn't seem very strong. That's okay though, he's got some friends. Just hope that kippersaurus didn't go far.
So finally we now have this a little bit more obnoxious, no offense, a little bit more obnoxious popular MMOs, mob battle stuff with all of those creatures. These are Kipper made, by the way. All those Kipper made creatures, instead of mods, instead of modded creatures, fighting against the Kippersaurus.
Kippersaurus is still in the village. Unfortunately, there's no villagers. We better hurry up and get all these dinosaurs to take down the Kippersaurus.
Or better yet, just spam a bazillion T-Rexes and everyone will do the job just fine. Don't need to just waste your time for the sake of getting kids' attention.
We basically have a massive Jurassic Park and our pterodactyl in the sky. They're all going after him right away. Oh my goodness, but he jumped up into the sky. I forgot he could do that. That means he might be able to reach this pterodactyl. I just don't know if it's going to be enough though. It looks like they're able to quickly do significant damage towards this kippersaurus, but unfortunately, he was using some sort of freezing AoE attack on all of them at the same time. They're all taking serious damage. The pterodactyl hasn't even used one attack yet. Down goes already one dinosaur. Take down this kippersaurus. Oh no, there's only 2 dinosaurs, 1 dinosaur left. It's just the pterodactyl. But wait, a bunch of Compies have raced in to help out. They're all taking little tiny bites.
Okay, so out of all of the dinosaurs, not including the pterodactyl. No, I'm suffering from mainstream syndrome now, not including the pteranodon. The Compies are the ones to save the day. Of course, the small guys are there to save the day. Yay.
Out of the kippersaurus. Oh no, but they're going down fast. There's only just a few left of these Compies. I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Kippersaurus jumped up and took out the pterodactyl too. The last couple Compies. Oh no, not my creation.
What a journey. I actually had some agony just trying to get through this entire video. I'm sorry, Kipper, but this is not a good video. Even if it's supposed to be educational, this is not a good video. Not a good video in any way. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you on the next one.